Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today I am making pop-tart for my children for breakfast and maybe after school stuff. I've got butter here, milk, and I've got plain flour, strawberry jam, and I've got sugar here. I'll put all the measurements on the bottom so you can easily be able to make it yourself. Also I will be using just a small amount of vanilla extract. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so now I'm just gonna move the milk and the other stuff back. I'll be just pouring my flour in here into a bigger one which I can actually use. Okay, so I'll be adding just a small pinch of salt in here, and I will be adding also, hold on, let me just use this small, just a small amount of the vanilla. Let me see if I get all this out. Okay, just got my hands washed. So all that is in here, and I'm now going to add my sugar, which is custard sugar, so it's easier. Okay, so the next one is the butter. So I'm just going to do my best and break these into little bits in here. Oh, I'm making a mess. I'm making a mess. Okay, so now it's all, you can see how it looks. So I'm just now going to put the milk in here, and I'm just going to put it bit by bit, not all of it at the same time, just bit by bit. Finish. Every time I make these, it does not take long, and the children just finish it, honestly. Okay, so you just keep mixing, and you can see that it's nice and soft. That is not bad. When it's like this, that it means it's perfect. Literally, it's good. So I'm just going to wrap this up, and I'll see you in a bit. Wash my hands. Okay, so I'm now just got I've got it in here, and I'm going to put it in a bag, sort of wrap it up for about half hour. I'm gonna put it in the fridge for half hour, and then I'll be just making the pop-tart. So I'm just going to put it in the fridge to chill for about half hour. So see you guys in a bit. Okay, so I'm now taking it out of the fridge. It's been about half hour now. So taking it out. You can see it looks really good. So right, I'm just going to break this into to work with half. I've put a plastic thing here, the bakery thing, because I don't want it being a bit difficult. I find it easier to work with it like this, so I can just easily. So I'm now just going to roll this. Okay, so now I've got it on this. I'm gonna try and make sure I cut it all in the same. Oops, sorry, mind the noises in the room. Okay, I'm just checking that it's all same size. Oops, nearly messed that one bit up. Okay, so I'm just going to cut this into two, not mess it up again. Right, so on this bit now you can see it's on so I'm just going to put my strawberry jam just right in the middle. Right, try not to get it all over the place because we don't want it leaking onto. Oops, I have to take some off. It's too much. We don't want it leaking all over the place. Okay, and as that is on, I'm just going to just roll on. Oops, yep, that looks good. Okay, so you can see that that is perfectly on. So I'm just going to get a little fork and just push the button on the side. Okay, so okay, and that bit is done. So oops, just got that bit off. Need a bit of plain flour in my hand, on my spoon. Right, let's get this done. Try not to push it all the way to. My cheeky son is here and he's just so close that I can't even get a room to get this done. And I am messing this up. So this is. Okay, so that is, I'm just going to lift it up and place it on the one that I'm cooking. Now I'm going to take my time. Usually if you do it like this, you just take your time and get the rest done. So I'm going to take my time and do the rest of them because I've got my cheeky little bagger here who's not letting me do this because he is on my way. Right, so I'm gonna take my time and get the rest of them done and I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay guys, I've taken my time to make these lots. This one went quite messy, so I've took my time to make these ones, and I'm just now going to put it in the oven and see how it turns out. Right, see you in a bit. Okay guys, just checking the first one, and that looks like it's done. Yes, the second one is still not done yet, so I'm just going to leave that in there. And I'm going to take this one out. That has to be done because it came out of the bag, the paper, so easily. So you can see it just nearly burned that side. So you can see that it's perfectly done, and back is all perfect. So I'm just going to leave it to cool down, and then I'll be putting the icing on top of it. Right, see you in a bit. Okay, so this is the topping that I'll be using. I've got icing sugar here, and I've got a little bit of food color, which is red, and I've got vanilla here, and a small amount of milk. So what I'll be using is I'm just going to, okay, so I've just literally, if I could open it, I've just added a small amount in here already, and I'll now be adding just the food color, just a small amount because I don't want it messy about. Okay, and just be using the small milk in there from the start because I don't want it. Okay, it looks like I have to use a bit more. That looks gorgeous. Look at that, it's turned pink. Oh, it's cute. Okay. So you can see that that is mixed perfectly. So I'm gonna leave it I'm gonna leave it until my pastry is done. Then mind me, oh that tastes nice. Then I will be topping it up on. So I'm just waiting for it to cool down. Then I'll be putting back on this. Right, see you in a bit. Okay guys, I've left this. You can see that it's nicely done, so I'm just going to take a couple of that in place. You don't want too much of it. Sorry, mind the noises on the background. My cheeky buggers are watching quite creepy films, so boys will be boys. Yips. Okay. 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 Okay, so it looks like I've put a lot of icing on it, so I've just got my sprinkles here, and I'm just going to, oops, making quite a lot of mess. Okay, so this is how I make my Pop-tart. So I'm just gonna now leave it to cool down, because if I say I will let them have a taste of it now, they are gonna finish all of it. So this is how I usually make them for the kids. So Hi guys, so it's all perfectly done and I am glad that it's turned out perfectly today too, because some things don't always turn up right a second or third time, but it tastes nice and it's beautiful. Thank you for joining me make my Pop-Tart. Thank you. Please don't forget to subscribe, like and leave comments however you like. Thank you.